World War II, the largest conflict in human history, raged across the globe. From 1939 to 1945, nations clashed on land, sea and air. Millions of soldiers fought and millions of civilians suffered. The Axis powers, led by Germany, Italy and Japan, sought to conquer and dominate. They were opposed by the Allies, including the United States, Great Britain and the Soviet Union. This war was a struggle for survival, a fight for the future of the world. The Pacific Theater saw some of the most brutal fighting. Japan, a rising power with ambitions of empire, clashed with the United States. Pearl Harbor, a surprise attack on American soil, shocked the nation and galvanized its resolve. From the jungles of Southeast Asia to the islands of the Pacific, a desperate struggle ensued. Both sides employed innovative and deadly technologies. One of the most unusual and little-known weapons deployed by Japan was the balloon bomb. Imagine this, a weapon, silent and deadly, floating across the Pacific Ocean. This was the terrifying reality of Japan's balloon bombs. In the closing years of World War II, as the tide began to turn against them, the Japanese military unleashed a desperate and daring plan. They would attack the mainland of the United States, not with planes or ships, but with balloons. These were not ordinary balloons. They were massive, some over 30 feet in diameter. Made of paper and filled with hydrogen, they carried a deadly payload, incendiary bombs and anti-personnel explosives. The idea was simple yet audacious. Launch thousands of these balloons into the jet stream, let the winds carry them across the Pacific, and rain terror down on America. The balloon bombs were marvels of engineering given the limited resources of wartime Japan. They were constructed from washi, a strong, lightweight paper made from mulberry bark. The balloons were meticulously assembled by hand, often by schoolgirls. Each balloon had a sophisticated system of controls. An altimeter using atmospheric pressure regulated the balloon's altitude. Sandbags acting as ballast were automatically released to maintain a steady flight path. After several days aloft, a timing device would trigger the release of the bombs, hopefully over American cities and forests. It was a long shot, relying on the whims of the wind, but the Japanese hoped to start fires, disrupt infrastructure, and sow fear. Section 4. Reaching American shores. The balloon bombs did reach America, thousands were launched, and hundreds are known to have made landfall. They were sighted from Alaska to Mexico, as far east as Michigan. There were reports of explosions, fires, and even casualties. One tragic incident, in Oregon, claimed the lives of 6 people, the only civilian fatalities on US soil during the war. The American government, fearing panic, imposed a strict news blackout. Evidence of the balloon bombs was suppressed, and the public remained largely unaware of the threat. The Japanese, receiving no news of their campaign's success, eventually abandoned the project. While the balloon bombs did not achieve their strategic objectives, they demonstrated the ingenuity and desperation of Japan in the final stages of World War II.